Joining us now is Daisy Suarez, who lost her home in the fires in Altadena. Daisy, firstly, I'm so sorry you're experiencing this. The images have been so shocking. Can you just tell me what is the latest on your situation and how are you actually doing right now?
I'm just still trying to process this, taking this one day at a time. My current situation is that I am staying at a hotel. I have two small kids that they went to Florida today to be with my family because I don't have a stable, housing situation. So I just don't want them to be, you know, bouncing from room to room and
Mhm.
having to deal with that. So I just want to have a little bit of stability until I can gather my thoughts and see what's going to happen next.
My goodness, I'm so sorry. One of the things that I'm trying to get my head around is how it seems as if there weren't any warnings for these fires and how people like yourself evacuated their homes with nothing, maybe expecting to be able to get back in, but just initially trying to get out for safety. Can you just tell me, when did you first hear about the fires and how long was it before everything was gone?
I found out because I received text messages from friends. I didn't get any notification on my phone. I There was no warning. I had no idea. I was just home going on with my life, and they person or friends just messaged me, "Hey, I'm worried there's a fire in Altadena." I was like, "Oh, there's no fire. I haven't heard of anything." And then sure enough, I look out the window and I see the smoke, and I was like, "Oh, there is a fire." And I was still a little bit naive to think that maybe it
Mhm.
was something. I didn't think how dramatic the fire was. I didn't expect it to be that. But then I kept watching out the window just for safety, just to see what was happening. And then the power outage came, and getting a little bit more worried. I'm like, and the wind was just blowing. It was just looked so angry. The weather was just so upset,
Mhm.
and the flame just kept coming closer and closer to the house. And then I saw that it was just possible two houses behind the house in front of me. And I'm like, this is just getting bad. Like, we have to get out of here. And that's when I woke up my kids and my husband, and I said, it's time to go. We got to go. And I just grabbed
Mm.
pillows, and I grabbed blankets, and because I didn't know if I was going to be able to sleep in a hotel. I thought I was going to
Yeah.
sleep in my car because I heard from neighbors that all the hotels were already busy.
Well, there are concerns that some people don't have insurance, right? Or at least the right insurance to get their money back or get their homes rebuilt. Have you had any conversations yourself with insurers yet?
We did. We submitted a claim. We do have insurance, so we're blessed to say that we do. It's just like they pay for the house, they don't pay for the land. So the value of the house, so the house is pretty much not what we paying for it. So we
Mhm.
get in back around, I would say 60% of what we paying pretty much for our
What?
mortgage and what we pay and what in
Oh
value.
my
Yeah. So it's
goodness.
not so the actual value is not what we get in back because they don't pay you for the land. The way I understand it, so they only gonna give us to rebuild the house on the land because
Oh
that's what they
my
expect you to do.
gosh. So,
Yeah.
based on what you've seen over the past few days, considering you've clearly lost so much and you're not actually recouping back even the financials of what you put into this, do you think the LA was ready to tackle these fires? Could the level of devastation that you're seeing somehow been minimized in some way?
It doesn't seem like they were prepared. To me, it just doesn't seem like it. I didn't know we weren't notified. There was no text message. I didn't see like firefighter trying to take down some of the fires that were happening. At least not in my area where I was in
Hmm.
Altadena. It didn't seem like much was being done. There has been a lot of conversations, and there have been a lot of things that we have seen about budget cuts that has happened. So I do believe that that did impacted their ability to really help um, attend and mitigate this problem quicker because they just didn't have the manpower to do it. I mean, based on what I saw.
Hmm. I quickly want to talk about some of the reaction on the internet. Now, I hate comment sections on articles. They're usually absolutely horrible places. But people have been so openly posting across the internet about their lack of empathy for people like yourself. I saw one just now that said that they're rich, they chose to live in an area where wildfires are common, they'll be fine. What do you have to say to those people?
Obviously they have not lost, a home. They have not been, they will only understand when they go through this pain and when they have to grieve the loss of memories and your home and everything that you have worked for. I didn't grow up in money. I've been working hard to have what I have. So it's the lack of empathy is just surreal. It's just, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I think every house matter and everybody deserve to be to have, people need to have empathy for others. That's what that's what we should be doing, caring for one another, not like being so, feeling happy for people that are losing their home. It's just terrible to even see that.
And are you seeing that on Instagram and on social media? Are you seeing some of that negative reaction?
Yeah, I have seen stuff like, oh, like even for me, like I did a couple of other interviews for some other network, and I was wearing a Stanford sweater because I was the only thing I was able to grab when I left because I just wanted it, it was cold, and they're like, oh, she's there with her Stanford sweater. And she, like it was just so painful to see those horrible comments.
Mm.
I'm like, people are just so mean, but it is that, it's just that,
I'm
like if
so
that
sorry.
means something.
Well, I'm so, so sorry for what you're experiencing, and I really appreciate you being with me, and I hope things that do get better for you and for the others in your situation. Hopefully speak to you again soon. Thank you so much, Daisy.
Thank you for your time and for having me here today.
You're so welcome. Anytime.